capital. And we got our Space Eaters on full blast up in the booth at FedEx Field. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Miami Dolphins and the Washington Commanders. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Well, this Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Willis now off play action. He's going to look downfield for Henry. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%. Only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Throwing on first down is Murray. Flush to his right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. De'Ami Brown, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work. It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And once again, the Commander defense stout against the run game. They drop it for a second straight play.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Willis now off of play action. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
So back-to-back plays, each getting nothing. And bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
As a defense, you want to bounce when you're in zone coverage, because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. These two teams all tied after one. Third down, it's Willis. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Murray going to try to throw on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Now Hill to return it. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. Up the middle they go. Coates. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. They complete it to Hill. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They go play action with Willis. He'll buy some time right. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Only able to get a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Play action. Here's Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now from Murray. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Murray. Out left to Dotson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Here's Murray. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Max Crosby racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And leading 10-7, well, they may just want to get this to the locker room. He's got a man, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Coat. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray now. He's going to find Taylor downfield. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same, and what they plan to do on offense.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll have the Dolphins 1st down as he gets it up past the 35. Good push up front, and then a run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they're able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
He's going to look downfield for Henry. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards. And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
The shotgun snap to Willis. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turn the ball over. Terrible.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Murray. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 36 yards on the play.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's got some space here. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Murray going to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 14. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has. Back now at FedEx Field. It's Washington with the football and the lead as we start the 4th. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the draw is Taylor. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Murray. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A loss of 3 on the sack made by multiple defenders. A bit of extra pressure now for this one on Joey Sly. Sly able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. Coates off past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
That second down play call was not typical for first downers to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Flushed out right. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead, out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
So when the defense complains about having to do pursuit drills in the heat of training camp, plug in this play. Excellent pursuit. Force the quarterback out of the pocket. He ends up trying to run for it. Instead, he goes out of bounds and loses yardage. That goes down as a sack for the defense.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They will look to flush the memory of that pick 6 as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter, getting down to the good stuff. Murray trying again after the pick 6. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Ball at the 26. 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Coat. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing, Willis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill from 21 yards away. And the Dolphins have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
To throw is Murray. And that will be incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going. And I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And Dotson, he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Back to throw, Murray. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Murray to throw. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. They need to get this to the 24 on third down. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Oh, he forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.
Boy, are they ever, because the deficit they faced certainly wasn't small. They obviously did not give up on that one, and in the end, how about that come-from-behind victory? They'll cherish this one for a while.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for Washington, there will be no perfect season here as the win streak to start the year ends at 11. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.
I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah. Put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained.